Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Hokies will put toe to leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Broncos offense will start this game off. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Gonna run it. It's Sherrod. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Looking downfield, it's Madsen. Quick strike complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rate, some revolutions on that one.
You want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Broncos look to keep this drive humming. To the air on first down. A strike downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
The Broncos in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Makes the grab. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Broncos look to do some damage in the red zone. Give to the back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. Back to pass, it's Madsen. It's complete. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. Convert that 3rd down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive that you watched film and how good are they really? And you get that first down. You throw the quick timing slant. Now everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6th for the defense, feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Touchdown Broncos! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculated down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on 3rd down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. The extra point is blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. So Virginia Tech's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Drones. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Hokies decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it in the middle. It's Sherrod. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Sherrod. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Now the play fake. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Wants to throw. It's Drones. Caught on the outside. It's Hawkins. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That running back looks as if he'd be at home in the receiver room with that footwork along the sideline.
Yeah, Reese, this defense is going to have their hands full because this is a complete running back. He's not good just blocking or running with the football, but he can catch it as well.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Got his man. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Many times the Hokies have had a dynamic threat running the ball at quarterback, but you got to be efficient like this in the passing game.
No doubt, and you got to have some balance on offense. You got to be able to make those plays down the field in the passing game to make you honor it, get some guys out of the box so it's not just running quarterback all the time.
Catch in the middle, it's Heat.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Hokies can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Drones. And wings it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Bringing the heat. This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the catch. It's Heath. They don't get nearly enough on 3rd down. 4th down coming from the 48. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
And the Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. Line getting set on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Broncos will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's loose. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. 1st down and 10. Looking to throw, it's Drones. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's got him this time. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking downfield very late in the half. Touchdown, Hokies! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the first half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. You know, I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working. You're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the second half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And holding on to a first-half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that Smurf turf, sign me up for another half in Boise. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above the Smurf turf.
And the Broncos will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. To the air, it's Drones. Pocket breaking down. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
The Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a crease. It's Stewart. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Dances away to buy time. There he goes. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. for straight line speed. Virginia Tech's had a lot of quarterbacks over the years who had some wheels.
I mean, this guy's got so much gas. He can just get up and go so quickly, and then they bring the fake in there, and there's just a lot to try to stop with this Virginia Tech quarterback.
Leaves it with the back.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Drones. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Quick pass on the jet motion. Jukes his way for more. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Heath. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. They'll give it to the back. Fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complimentary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field, and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Creates a little space. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Leaves it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Completes the shuffle pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Hokies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested games.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Pressure coming. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete and quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It is 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. Had to throw it before he wanted.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights. Good. That brings them to within 1.
And this offense obviously wanted to take the lead, but they chip into the lead a little bit. Now they're going to need their defense. Just give me another opportunity. They only need a field goal in the 4th quarter. Nice job cutting into that lead.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Snags it quickly on the left. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. With the catch, it's Riley. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
After the short completion, do they go for the big one on 3rd down? Looking for a man. It's Madsen. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
The Broncos will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. Fires to the big fella. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. Scanning the field, it's drones. Here comes the heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
What a great play by the defense. And a play like that in this situation of the game, late, it's close, third down, you gotta have it. And how about the pass rush? How about the effort getting to the quarterback?
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. The play action fake. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I don't know how the offense was able to come up with that one, guys, but 4th and long, and they find a way. Everybody on defense had their eyes on the quarterback, but he was still able to just give his guy a chance, put it near his body. He makes a phenomenal effort and grab, and they keep the drive alive.
On target to the left. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. To the air, it's Drones. And the sticky fingers makes that two-point conversion decision a good one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man down the middle. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Yeah, it's hard. This is the hardest time because you got to have plays and you got to have scripts, because you know they're sitting back with all the DBs on the field in a dime package playing pass. How can we get first downs? How can we complete passes and get out of bounds to try to save some of this clock as we move the ball down the field?
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, obviously here in the fourth quarter trailing, they're going to be throwing the ball, trying to get back in this game. Couldn't come up with it there on second down. You're expecting them to throw it here on third.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like, this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment when I gotta have it?
On fourth down, looking to pass. Right down the middle. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And they'll take a knee.
Boise State 13.